What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday. It's April 18th, day 110. Man, we're just rocking and rolling, and we're one day away from the weekend. Can't wait. I love my Fridays and Saturdays. And then I've learned to accept Sundays and hit Monday running hard, gunning it to start the week off on a good note. But speaking of that, I wanted to share this with you. For some of you, just shifting gears a little bit more from to leadership suggestion here. So I've been blessed in my career to help startup companies, consult with companies, entrepreneurs. I've probably had a hand in over 1,500 different people and groups of people who want to get into the world of franchising or expand their portfolios across the world. Most of the people I work with are in the US, of course. But running companies or divisions of companies, the one thing I've learned, and I learned this from a mentor of mine years ago, is probably the single most important thing that a young entrepreneur or a manager can learn, and that is this. Regardless of how smart you are, how hard you work, or how motivated you are, if you can't get your team to do things for one another because they want to, not because it's part of their job description, there's going to be challenges. And if you can't get your team to not be concerned about who gets the credit for the victories, right, you're going to have challenges. But if you can get a team together that doesn't care who gets the credit and they are motivated to help one another, not because it's part of their job description, just because they want to do that, you're going to have a lot of success, and it starts with you as the leader. So the single biggest piece of advice I could give you today to accomplish one or both of those things as soon as possible is make sure that your team knows what are the three things that you stand for. What are the three most important things that they can do today to move the needle? Because let's face it, we have all had a long list of to-dos, whether it's the honey-do list or your personal or professional list of things to do during the day. But I bet you if I saw one of those lists, and I do this with my clients all the time, I'll ask them, what are the things on those items are going to move the needle for you today? What's most important to you today to move the needle, to get stuff done? And I go through each of those lists on their items on their to-do list. And if item one does not have a positive correlation to one or more of the three things that you stand for that are going to help move the needle, then why is it on your to-do list? All you've got is a list of things that are going to keep you busy and not moving the needle. And almost inevitably, for every 10 items you've listed, I can pare it down to maybe 2 to 4 things that are most important, that have a positive correlation to the 1 or 3 things that are most important to you. Let me give you an example. It might be something as simple as this: showing up to work on time, well-groomed, with an action plan. Okay, if that's the rallying cry for your company, those 3 things, and that's your division of the company or whatever it might be, you're managing people, responsible for other people in the organization. If everybody knows that those 3 things are the most important thing to accomplish from day to day, they can always look at their to-do list. Remember, I told you before going to bed at night, this is what I do. I'm looking at my to-do list, and if there's anything on there that snuck up there somehow that doesn't have a positive correlation to one of the 3 things that are going to help move the needle day to day, I either delegate it or scratch it off. Now my list of 10 things to do is down to 2 to 4 things, and it's a bit more manageable, allows me to get a good night's sleep and hit the ground running the next morning. So think about that, be brave, be strong, and go get what's yours.